During a time when you especially need and want to be there physically and mentally present for your family after maybe having your first kid, it can be extremely difficult. And most dads find themselves struggling with different addictive habits, such as overeating, which I want to talk about in this video because, on average, American men who become dads gain around 5 pounds. The average man in America is overweight or obese. 70% of men are overweight or obese in America. And obviously, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be obese. And yet, we struggle with this. Almost everyone does. And so, that's probably why you clicked on this video. And so, I'm going to share why this happens when we become dads, even though it might be a little bit obvious. I'm going to go into what keeps people stuck after gaining that weight for a long time, potentially for the rest of their life. And I'm going to talk about what to do about this, how we can get that weight off and get back to a healthy way of eating. Because I struggled with this as well when I became a dad. I thought I had my eating habits under control, and then I had my first kid and I fell back into my old ways and struggled really hard for a while. And so, to kind of share why this happens for most people, I think it has a lot to do with the responsibilities and the increase in stress that we experience when we become a dad. It can be very stressful. We can lose sleep. We spend time taking care of our wife and our children. And that can put a lot of extra weight on us, on top of probably continuing to work a full-time job. We have less time to do things to take care of ourselves during the day. Maybe things that we used to do that we enjoy, we no longer have time for. We may no longer have as much time to exercise or to cook healthy food. And so all of these factors contribute to a need for relief of that stress. And our mind turns to what's the easiest thing, what's the quickest way to get that relief. And for a lot of us, that's food. We have addictive processed food with lots of added sugar, with processed flour, that helps us to escape that stress. In the moment, for me it was often at night. I struggled with baked goods, bread, snacks that might be okay to eat in moderation, but I was eating way too much, just trying to distract myself from the stress that I was experiencing, the lack of sleep, and I just wanted some freedom as well. Every kid is different. Some kids, for some people, it might not be that bad. You might have a lot of support from extended family, while others, it might be extremely difficult. There's a wide variety of challenges one could experience when having children. My wife and I, despite our preparation and our good intentions, it was extremely difficult for us and added a lot of stress. And it went on for months and months. And while this was going on, what I told myself was, I'll fix my eating habits when things get easier, when things get better. I thought that this would be a temporary thing, that the problems or the hard things of having a child would go away with time as they got older, as we got better at being parents. And I think this is what keeps a lot of people stuck and trapped with that weight that they gain, because they think, okay, I just need to take care of this issue first. Maybe it's a financial issue, maybe it's they want to get a promotion, or they're waiting for their kids to grow up a little bit, and then they say, okay, then I'm going to take care of my habits, I'm going to exercise more. And unfortunately, what I've experienced, maybe what you've experienced, or if you haven't yet, you'll learn that things don't typically calm down. There's always new things that come up. There's always challenges when you're a parent. And so we have to learn other ways to get back to a healthy way of eating. Even if things did calm down, and maybe they will, but we don't know when that is. Do you want to be overweight for a year, 5 years? Like, no, of course not. But even if things did calm down, at some point, the time to learn the habits of eating properly, taking care of our bodies, is when things are chaotic. Then you can set those habits in stone, and you will have those for life. When that easy time comes, it will be a breeze to keep these habits. So, how do we do this? How do we deal with the stress? How do we lose the weight that may come when we become parents? And the answer is looking at those reasons, those things that changed when we became a dad. The things that are affecting your eating. So I mentioned one of the big ones is the increase in stress and responsibility. If you think that's what's going on for you, that you're eating to cope with stress, then we need to figure out, and it sounds simple, but replacing that with a healthy way to cope with stress. Once we figure out that main reason, that maybe it's the increase in stress or some other emotion, and we address that, we figure out how to replace eating, we find a way to deal with that stress in a healthier way. Then one of the other big reasons that we might be overeating, as I mentioned previously or earlier in the video, is that reduction in time. When we become a dad, we often lose a lot of our free time to do things that we enjoy, or time to exercise. And so things that we can do about this are, number one, finding different and creative ways to exercise and move throughout the day. I found that while it was easy to just veg out, to stay inside, stay on my couch, just chill with the baby, I had so much opportunities at the same time to move and to exercise. Early on, my son was chill in the stroller. I could walk all day if I wanted to. And so why not do that? That's going to be a massive win for my health. It's going to help me to eat healthier as well. It's going to reduce my stress if I'm outside. I can find ways to exercise with my kid. There's a lot of exercises you can do by holding your kid, doing lifts with your baby. There are little breaks throughout the day. Maybe you're not taking care of your kid, maybe you're working. There are ways you can do movement. For myself, I have a bike, an under desk bike that I use. It allows me to burn a lot of calories while I work. You can get a walking pad. There's so many different ways, but we can work around these different factors that change when we become dads. And so if you're wanting help figuring out how to do that, how to manage your stress better, how to find time to exercise, then click the link in the description and we can definitely chat, and I can help you start to make progress fast, start to lose that weight that maybe you gained when you became a dad. And if you're interested in more videos like this, in-depth explanations about these habits such as overeating or scrolling on digital devices, then please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.